Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And we have a story here that, if it's true, will absolutely be massive. If we think what is true is true. If what we believe about all the WhatsApps are true, and this story is true, then the cat is truly among the pigeons, everything spins, and there'll be a lot of very, very worried people. But of course, it's all to do with that if. It's a big if. It's a 1 mile high if, covered in cream with a cherry on top. It's the only if that can be seen from space. It's that big an if. Because it looks like Jean Freeman is claiming that she's handed over all her WhatsApps. And remember, the government have been saying that they don't do business by WhatsApp. So this could prove to be a load of old rubbish. But she's saying she's handed them all over and she's denied deleting any. And if what we think is on there, then there's a lot of people going to be going to jail. However, as they say, it's a big if, and I don't believe that she hasn't deleted some. But it is a gamble, because we know that they have some WhatsApps from other people. Now, here's the thing. If she denies deleting something and they've got a receipt from her, but the sent one isn't on there, then we know she's lying. And again, that wouldn't surprise me. I think she's lying. I can't prove it, but I think she's lying. But if she's telling the truth and she has all these things, and they are as bad as we really think they must be, why else would they all be deleting them? Then everything is about to go up a gear. But anyway, we'll take a quick look at this story. Until we know what the content is, of course, it's meaningless, but it is interesting to look at. But we'll take a look at the story to see what is going on. Here goes. So, former Scots Health Minister Jean Freeman hands over WhatsApps and she denies deleting any. And I find that very, very hard to believe, because I think Jean Freeman knows that some of the things that went on in those WhatsApps are so damaging, she can't possibly release them. And why, of course, has everybody else released them? Why did Sturgeon delete all of hers? Why has Hamza Yousaf deleted all of his? Why did Leach delete all of his? All of them. And yet she's kept them. I can't believe she's kept all of them. And of course the S&P, like I say, denied ever doing business by WhatsApp. Now she's got WhatsApps. So, somebody's lying. Or all of them are lying. Anyway, the Sunday Mail first revealed in June that WhatsApp messages of senior Scottish ministers were being sought by the inquiry team. We all know that. Former Health Secretary Jean Freeman handed over a tranche of WhatsApp messages to the inquiry, but she's denied deleting any. The ex-SNP gave officials phone data, but it is understood that not all had been retained. Meaning some had been lost, wiped, whatever. And wiped by who? Wiped by her, wiped by the inquiry, wiped by people in between. Somebody wants these things covered up and hidden. They don't want it all revealed, do they? So, we know this. We know it's all a cover-up. We know that these people are never going to face justice. The disclosure comes after counsel to the UK COVID inquiry, Jamie Dawson-Casey, accused the Scottish government of not handing over messages. The top lawyer said that so far only one individual has voluntarily provided access to her messages, but even those were limited without explanation to a 5-month period. So, handing over some, not all. That's more like it. I said it was a big if, and now we know. The Sunday Mail first revealed in June that the WhatsApp messages of senior Scottish ministers were being sought by the inquiry team. And when asked then about our exclusive report, Freeman said, "I'm sorry to say it, but the Sunday Mail story is a non-story. Nobody's asked for these WhatsApps yet for the Scottish inquiry," she said. So therefore nobody's refused. So the idea of demanding that you get something that nobody's yet asked for and nobody's yet refused to give is not a story as far as I'm concerned. They said, as they're busy deleting every message. And that Leach one, I delete them every day. Nobody deletes their WhatsApp messages every day. You don't do that. Normal people don't do that. Normal use of WhatsApp, that isn't it. If you're doing that for a reason. And we know what the reason is. It's because the contents of those WhatsApps are truly awful and will put people in prison. And that's why they've been deleted. Ayman Anwar included her in comments in a letter sent to the First Minister Hamza Yousaf. He said, "From the above exchange, we concluded that the WhatsApp messages remained in existence at least for Miss Freeman. And last night, Freeman did not respond when asked if ministers had agreed to delete WhatsApps routinely or why they would have agreed to do so if discussing pandemic police. Policy, I think they mean policy. She said, the only point I'd like to make is it's not true enough that I have deleted any messages. I don't believe her. I think she's lying. I think they're all lying. And of course, they have an obligation to retain records. They know that. And if they're deleting records, even on WhatsApp, then they're breaking the law. They've got to be able to provide the records, the notes, the messages. And if they can't do that, you have to ask them, where are they? Are they on the official emails? No. Oh, well, what did you do? You can't have done 2 years of policy purely on your memory, especially given how bad everyone's memories appear to be. And so they must have had them written down somewhere. Can we see the records, please? Can we keep the records that you are obliged by law to keep? And they'll go, no. Because, I don't have any records. We don't have bullshitting and lying. Absolutely. They are all bullshit and liars. And if she says she hasn't deleted any, she's a liar. Of course she's a liar. One of the Shipman sisters. The other one being Sturgeon. But then you've got the Shipman brother as well. All of them, they're all involved. It's the Shipman gang, really, isn't it? It's this coterie that probably and possibly, allegedly, took the lives of 5,500 elderly people as deliberate policy, perhaps. Maybe. By the rumours. Got to cover myself. Anyway, I'll round off and come up and leave that lying two-faced harridan to sit and wallow in her own guilt, knowing what she's done. She ain't guilty. She's got no bloody chance of ever feeling guilty. And unfortunately, no chance of ever being found guilty. Never mind. Coming up. Well, they did say they had one person's WhatsApps, but if it's Jean Freeman's, then you aren't going to get much on that, are we? That's the end of it. Might as well close the inquiry if it's hers. She'll have wiped everything out. She'll have had them round. If only there was some way of getting hold of their phones and getting these messages out, they would all shit themselves. But I did say it was a big if. We know it's a big if and it isn't going to happen. And so, there we go. That's the end of the inquiry. Might as well just let them all go then. Never mind. 5,500 dead people. No one's ever going to pay for it. We all know what was done. We all know who did what to whom. But there'll be no justice. Sad. Never mind. Let's all just forgive and forget now, because that's what they want. They want it all swept under the carpet, and then we all move on and think of her fondly as we look back and she becomes the grande dame of Scottish politics. She's notorious. Anyway, I shall stop. Thank you very much for watching. I'll move on. I've got a load more videos to do. It's a busy, busy day. So yes, until next time, stay safe, stay well, and let's just keep hoping that somebody finds a way of getting those messages out into the public domain. Bye.